The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for yet another time frame matchup of this 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge project. Today's opponent is none other than the 1984-85 Calgary Flames, led by, of course, Lenny McDonald, who you will see later, and other famous Flames from this era. But anyway, I'm really excited to bring this to the tabletop again, Hockey Blast Express. And of course, this game is being played with Hockey Blast Express. If you would like to order yourself a copy of the game, I left the link to the game in the description box below. Keith Avalone makes really good games. I encourage you to check out play.com as well as the other stuff that Keith may offer out on the website. With that in mind, let's get right into game one. Your starting netminders for game one is going to be Ken Dryden going for the Habs. Reggie Lemelin will go for the Flames. And the adjustments for Ken Dryden will have a -1 shot save star credited to Ken Dryden. So instead of being a 2 or 3 with a dot, he will have a 1 or a 2 with a dot on the shot save whenever that is being called upon. With that being said, the fans are ready. The skaters are ready. Let's get into it. A fresh new 60 minutes have been added onto the clock, and the clock operator says they are ready to go. So let's get into game one of this time frame matchup to see who will take the all-important lead for this time frame matchup. Will the clock operator please get us started and start that clock? And we're going to begin with a quality check between players 3 and 1. That is Dan Quinn and Maury Wilson. The quality we're looking for is power. Oh, Dan Quinn's going to win this one as he does have power. So he's going to be skating on into Ken Dryden to hopefully net a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. And that will be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Quality check again. This time it'll be between players 5 and 3. That will be McCoon and Reesborough. The quality in question we're looking for is speed. Oh, Reesborough has speed, so he's going to win this one as he moves in on Reggie Lemelin to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He can't, and the Habs will take the early 1-0 lead courtesy of Doug Reesborough. Let's see who assisted him. Only one guy, and that guy is going to be Steve Shutt. We stay put in this portion of the segment with a penalty check between players 1 and 4. That is Tambellini and Rick Chartraw. It looks like Rick Chartraw is going to go to the box as Steve Tambellini is going to move in on Ken Dryden to hopefully net a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so to keep this game right where it's at of 1-0. Courtesy of the Montreal of the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. As we move on to the next segment, I'm going triple ones. This is going to be a injury to a home player. So in this case, we'll re-roll the red die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the goalie. Player number 1. That's Jim Piplinski. So he's going to be escorted off the rink, escorted into the dressing room to get some repairs, but he will be out for the remainder of this game, and hopefully he will be back for the next game. And the way that I play it, and that I've been playing throughout this project, is I play the typical man down rules in hockey. So even though with Hockey Blast Express you look through the bench deck to replace a player in one. But for the sake of this project, we are going to be playing man down like you normally would see in hockey. So in this case, we started with 12 skaters on the ice. We are down to 11 skaters for the Flames, and that is going to be it for this segment, and we will move on. Penalty check. We got ourselves between players 1 and 2. That's Roberts and Beeks. It looks like excuse me, Eddie Beers. My fault. Beers and Roberts. Beers is going to go to the box as Roberts is going to move in on Reggie Lemelin to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so, and that's going to be it for the first period here in Calgary, Alberta. With your score, the 76-77 Habs 1 and the 84-85 Flames nothing. Quality check between both players in 2. That's Hakan Lube and Yvonne Knoyer. The quality we're looking for is smart. Both players have smart, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between anybody on the ice for the Flames against player number 3. That's Jacques Lemaire. The quality we're looking for is speed. Pick your poison between anybody but Al McInnes, because we are going to end up tying. Square is going to stay, so it's going to be down between McDonald, Wilson, and Tambellini. Oh, I do want to keep that face-off rating out there just in case for that critical face-off. So it's between Tambellini and McDonald. It will be Tambellini. And it will be McDonald. So both McDonald and Lemaire both have speed. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 56. Any home player with a square stops a visitor goal. Any home player with a square stops a Montreal goal. You bet we got one. That's Paul Baxter. So Paul Baxter will stop the Montreal goal opportunity, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. Player 2 in question is Colin Patterson. The quality we're looking for is hit. The only three guys, excuse me, that are out there with hit are Gainey, Tremblay, and Nyrop. Patterson is not going to win this one. So I would like to keep at least one symbol out there. So that circle is staying put, that square staying put for Nyrop and Gainey. So we're going to go right across from him with Mario Tremblay as he wins the battle with hit over Patterson, as he will skate on into Reggie Lemelin to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And with that being said, after 40 minutes of play here in Calgary, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. Quality check to begin the third period here in Calgary with between players 3 and 4. That's Wilson and Nyrop. The quality in questioning we're looking for is speed. It looks like both Wilson and Nyrop have speed. So that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 63. It reads, home defense stop, breakaway chance. Visitor goalie must make play save. Ken Dryden is known for a lot of these play saves. During the 76-77 season, as he needs to make a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop. A 5 with a blank won't do it. The game is tied up at 1. Let's see who scored the goal. 7, player with the best shot rating. We have a tie, 3-way tie between Nilsson, Lube, and Tambellini. Nilsson and Lube both have power play circle star symbols. But Nilsson has... I think I'm going to keep Nilsson out there, so we're probably going to either give it to Tambellini or Lube. It will be Tambellini. And it will be Hakam Lube. So Hakam Lube will score the goal, and let's see who assisted him. Only one person. So Kent Nelson will assist Lube on the game-tying goal, and the fans erupt here in Calgary on the breakaway effort by Mr. Hakam Lube, and we stay put here in this segment. With a penalty check between both players in one, that's Tambellini and Gainey. It looks like Gainey is going to go to the box as Steve Tambellini is going to skate on into Ken Dryden to hopefully net a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop. He won't do so. Steve Tambellini will give the Flames the 2-1 lead on the power play. 2 assists will be handed out on the play. McInnes will get the first assist. And between Quinn, Reinhart, and McDonald, tough. I do want to keep at least one power. I do want to keep at least that triangle and the power play circle star symbol out there. Quinn also has a triangle out there as well. Lanny McDonald does not. So I think I'm going to give the secondary assist to McDonald. So Tambellini will get the goal from Al McInnes getting the primary assist, and Lanny McDonald will be getting the secondary assist on the Steve Tambellini power play goal to make it Calgary 2, Montreal 1. We scored 2 in this segment, and I think we did. Yes, 2 down and 4 to go. We got ourselves a quality check between players 4 and 2. That's Reinhart and Roberts. The quality we're looking for is Smart. As I forgot to flip Gainey. Yes, Smart. It looks like both players have Smart between Roberts and Reinhart. The quality was Smart, and that is going to be it for this segment. And we will move on to the next one. Penalty check between players 1 and 5. That's Beers and Van Boxmeer. It looks like Beers is going to go to the box as John Van Boxmeer will skate on into Reggie Lemelin to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't. The game is tied courtesy of John Van Boxmeer. And it came on the power play, 2 assists. Let's see. Knoyer is going to get the first assist. And besides Chartraw, it will be Wilson. And it will be Wilson. So John Van Boxmeer will get the goal from Yvonne Knoyer and Maury Wilson. And just like that, no lead is safe as we have a 2-2 tie. 1 down and 5 more goals to go here in this segment. And we stay put here in this portion of the next segment with a quality check between players 2 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. Colin Patterson will be called upon again. The quality and questioning we're looking for is Star. The only skaters out there with Star for the Habs are Jarvis and Shutt. I'm going to give the opportunity to Doug Jarvis. So he's going to win the battle with Colin Patterson for Star as he skates on into Reggie Lemelin to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't. The Habs will take the lead courtesy of Doug Jarvis. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. Shutt and Tremblay will assist Mr. Doug Jarvis on the 3-2 go-ahead goal for the Habs. And we will move on to the next portion in this segment. 2 down and 4 more to go. Penalty check between both players in 1. That's Tambellini and Gainey. Again, Tambellini is going to skate on into Ken Dryden as Bob Gainey is going to go to the box. As Dryden will have to make a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on. Quality check between both players, excuse me, not both players in four, sorry, between players four and anybody on the ice for the Habs. The quality in question we're looking for is star. Paul Baxter is being called upon for the Flames. Luckily for the Flames, there is nobody out there on the ice for the Habs with star. So we will go right across from them with Rick Chartraw, as both guys do not have star. And we will move on to the empty net mini chart to decide if this game is going to go to overtime or if the game is over. It's a 6. The game is over. Stop the clock. Man, do we have a feisty series here? We shall see. We shall see. But in the meantime, game one is going to go in the way of the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens by a final score of 3-2 here in Calgary. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to game one of this time frame matchup between the 76-77 Habs and the 84-85 Flames. If you were tuning in into this game on the single game playlist, do not go anywhere, because later on, or pretty much soon, right after the premiere of this video, game two, I should say, will be posted here on the channel. But if you're tuning into this game on the full time frame playlist, do not go anywhere, because right after we take a look at the Biddy Beer game summary presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products, we will have game two with this time frame matchup for you coming up in just a matter of moments. So do not go anywhere. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, the final score here for game one, the Habs will take the opening salvo of this time frame matchup between the 84-85 Flames by winning it by a final score of 3-2.